Gregory of 5-Minute Catholic Apologetics and Living, where 5 minutes of your time may get you to the divine. Today we're going to do part 2 of things that drive me crazy in the Mass, that take away from the verticality of the Mass, and what can you do about it? That's part 2. Before we begin, let's start with a prayer. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritui Sancti. Amen. Gloria Patri et Filii et Spiritui Sancto, sicut erat in principio, et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. Now, please listen to part 1. I'll make sure I put a banner up here. It just came out 3 days before this one comes out. So, in that episode, I talked about things that have occurred in the Mass really since the Spirit of Vatican II that take away from the verticality of the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass and have made it more horizontal. So, for example, the holding of the hands during the Our Father and the music, giving the clap to the choir, and the Eucharistic ministers, extraordinary ministers, and all these things. So what do you do if you are like-minded with me? Maybe you're not, that's totally fine, post in the comments. But if you're like-minded, what do you do? Like, how do you remedy the situation? Well, you have a couple options. So depending on what it is. So like, for example, if it's the music, go talk to the liturgical director, be like, hey, can we stop using Glory and Praise Volume 2, from the 1980s? That's what I grew up on. Can we please stop singing Here I Am, Lord? Can we please stop singing Amazing Grace? Can we please stop singing like it's Joan Baez, 1968, Newport Folk Festival with Bob Dylan? Can we stop these songs? And kind of like what Matthew talks about in Matthew 18, when you have a problem with somebody, you talk to them, then you take 2 people with you, then you take it up to the church. It's almost kind of the same thing. Talk to the liturgical director about the music. See if that person's receptive. They might be, and they might be, you know what, Bob? I've never thought of it this way, even though I've been inculcated from my 1988 degree from Notre Dame in liturgical music. But you know what? I'm going to change and go traditional. Hey, you never know. Hope springs eternal, right? That could work. But go talk to the person first. When it comes to the actual Mass, go talk to the priest. Now, I will tell you, the priests as a whole, most of the time when people walk up to them, they'll be like, hey, I got some suggestions. They're rolling their eyes. Because A, most of the stuff they hear is negative. So they're already defensive. B, let's be real. Priests are human. They have pride. I have some suggestions. Okay, well, I think you're going to be wrong, whatever suggestion you have, because I know better because I'm the pastor. So understand, it's going to be difficult. Now, if you are somebody that's worked your way up in the parish and you're involved in a lot of activities and the pastor knows you and you come up to him, you're going to have a little more gravitas than if you're just some anonymous Joe Schmo who's like, I have problems. Why don't you tell everybody to stop doing the Orion's posture during the Our Father? Why don't you do this? Why do we need 27 extraordinary ministers? They're probably not going to listen. But look, talk to the priest. Or if you're one of those parishes, go to the monthly parish council meeting and talk to the parish council, because they really are the ones in charge. In general, this is what I would tell you. Run to the hills, run for your life. To quote Iron Maiden's classic seminal 1980 song, more often than not, these places are suffering from inertia, and they're probably going to be intransigent, unable to compromise. They're kind of set in their ways. So I would tell you, just look, this isn't 1942. Canon law allows you to go to any parish you want. I'll be a Catholic, of course. So go, that they say, vote with your legs and go to another parish. Go to a parish that you find the Mass to be edifying. Go there. And look, sometimes those parishes change. I remember where my kids were baptized, it was very, like what we're talking about. And then 10 years later, I went by and they do 24-hour confession on First Fridays. They have 4 daily Masses. It's changed because normally those older priests have either died or retired, and now there's the young batch of priests, and they tend to be more orthodox. But in the meanwhile, if you want to talk to people in a charitable way, remember when you talk to the liturgical director, when you talk to the priest, whatever issue it is, you have to be charitable. Talk to them, and if you don't see the changes that you would like, albeit, let's see, if the things that you want are good, legitimate changes, but you could be wrong, right? Nobody is the antagonist of their own play. But just go to another parish and then see what happens with that parish. That's what I would recommend. Guys, post in the comments if you agree or disagree. Until next time, take care and God bless.